Once upon a time, in a mystical land where the sky shimmered with vibrant colors every night, there lived a group of magical creatures called the Guardians of Aurora. These guardians were small and furry creatures with twinkling eyes and wings that sparkled like stars. They lived high in the mountains, where the northern lights danced across the sky. The northern lights were the most beautiful sight in the land. They glowed in shades of green, blue, and purple, lighting up the darkness and bringing joy to all who beheld them. But one day, a dark shadow crept into the land, threatening to extinguish the lights forever. The villain, a wicked sorcerer named Malakar, was jealous of the beauty and magic of the northern lights. He wanted to plunge the land into eternal darkness so that he could reign supreme. So, he set out to capture the lights and snuff out their brilliance once and for all. But the Guardians of Aurora wouldn't let that happen. They knew they had to protect the lights at all costs. So, they called upon the bravest kids in the land to join them on a quest to save the northern lights. Among the chosen ones were Lily, a kind-hearted girl with a love for animals, Alex, a fearless adventurer with a knack for puzzles, and Max, a mischievous boy with a heart of gold. Together, they set out on their journey, determined to stop Malakar and save the lights. Their first stop was the Enchanted Forest, where they encountered all sorts of magical creatures, from talking animals to friendly fairies. With their help, they gathered clues and learned of Malakar's evil plan to steal the lights using a powerful spell. Next, they traveled to the Crystal Caves, where they faced treacherous obstacles and cunning traps. But with teamwork and determination, they overcame each challenge, inching closer to their goal with every step. Finally, they reached the peak of the frozen mountains, where Malakar awaited them, surrounded by his dark minions. But the Guardians of Aurora stood strong, ready to fight for what they believed in. With a mighty roar, Malakar unleashed his dark magic, sending bolts of lightning crackling through the sky. But the kids were not afraid. They stood together, their hearts filled with courage and hope. As Malakar's darkness crept closer to the Enchanted Forest, Lily knew she had to call upon her animal friends for help. With a determined look in her eyes, she whispered a secret language known only to the creatures of the forest. Instantly, the air filled with the sounds of birds chirping, wolves howling, and bears growling. Creatures of all shapes and sizes emerged from the shadows, ready to defend their home against Malakar's darkness. A flock of colorful birds swooped down from the trees, their feathers glowing with the light of the northern lights. They darted around Malakar's minions, pecking and scratching at them with beaks and talons sharp as needles. The birds' swift movements and sharp attacks forced the dark creatures to retreat, giving the heroes a chance to advance. Meanwhile, a family of wise old owls emerged from the shadows, their eyes glowing with ancient wisdom. They perched high in the trees, keeping watch over the forest and alerting the heroes to any signs of danger. With their keen senses and sharp eyesight, the owls guided Lily and her friends through the dense undergrowth, helping them navigate the forest with ease. But the true heroes of the forest were the wolves, fierce and loyal guardians of the Enchanted Forest. Led by a magnificent alpha wolf, they emerged from their hidden dens, their fur bristling with determination. With a fierce howl, they charged into battle, teeth bared and claws unsheathed. The wolves fought bravely, using their speed and agility to outmaneuver Malakar's minions. They tackled dark creatures to the ground, pinning them with powerful jaws and claws. Their ferocious growls echoed through the forest, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. Meanwhile, Alex racked his brain, analyzing the intricate patterns of the ancient spell that Malakar had cast. With a flash of inspiration, he realized that the key to breaking the spell lay in its symmetry. Using his quick wit and sharp intellect, he rearranged the elements of the spell, disrupting its power and weakening Malakar's hold on the lights. As for Max, he knew that he couldn't fight Malachar with strength or magic. Instead, he tapped into his inner joy and unleashed a burst of laughter that echoed through the mountains. The sound was so pure and joyful that it pierced through Malachar's darkness, shattering his power and revealing the true beauty of the Northern Lights in all their glory. As the battle raged on, the animals of the forest fought side by side with Lily and her friends, driving back Malachar's darkness with every claw, beak, and wing beat. Together, they formed an unstoppable force of nature, united in their determination to protect their home and the beauty of the Northern Lights. And when the last of Malachar's minions had been defeated, and the darkness had been driven back, the lights danced across the sky once more. Malachar's powers faded away, vanishing into the night. Defeated and ashamed, he slunk away into the shadows, never to be seen again. The animals of the forest gathered around Lily and her friends, Alex and Max. The animals' eyes were shining with pride and gratitude. With a nod of thanks, they returned to their homes, knowing that they would always be there to defend the enchanted forest whenever it was threatened. And so, peace returned to the land, thanks to the bravery and kindness of the guardians of Aurora and the brave kids who stood by their side. With the animals' help, Lily and her friends had taken the first step towards saving the Northern Lights. From that day on, the Northern Lights shone brighter than ever before, a symbol of hope and magic for all who gazed upon them. And as for Lily, Alex, and Max, they knew that their adventure was far from over. With the guardians of Aurora at their side, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.